Thank you for staying with us, and for those of you now joining us, welcome aboard. This is the AM show. We did promise that we would delve into the matter of some of these levies that have come up. We're going to do that shortly, but before we start, residents in La and adjoining communities are lamenting the delay in the reconstruction of the La General Hospital, which was demolished in March last year. At an estimated cost of 68 million euros, the project, which was to be completed in 24 months, is yet to be transferred from the drawing board to the ground. We explore that with Manuel Kuranting, who has this report.
I'm happy to be here in Labadi this afternoon to cut the sword for the commencement of work development of the La General Hospital. Let me at the outset thank the hard work.
President Akufo-Addo speaking at a ceremony on August 10, 2020, to cut sword for the reconstruction of the La General Hospital. This was after the old 5-story facility was torn down in March same year for, among other things, lacking structural integrity. The new building was to be completed in 24 months. A year on, the land has been overtaken by weeds with no contractor on site. The facility, which was formerly known as the La Polyclinic, had for years served communities in and around La, Osu, Teshi and Nungwa. Since it was pulled down, residents here have grappled with the reality of traveling to other facilities to access healthcare. Sarah Okutu has lived in La all her life.
Before they were going to demolish it, they came to call those around this community. They asked us whether when they demolish it, it will be okay for us. Because we want a new hospital. So we agreed. But now they came to demolish the thing, and they even said they are coming to start. Up to now, no foundation, nothing. They even put up a signboard that the president said, people are saying, thank you, Mr. President, for rehabilitation our hospital. But still up to now, no foundation.
Just a few meters from the site, there's a raging conversation about the delay of the project. These are pensioners who used to frequent the facility.
The impact is great, because now, if we are sick, you go here, just walking distance, you go to the polyclinic. Now, either you have to take her to go to Kolebu, police hospital, 37, or private hospital, or Lekma, and that one, you have to pay transport. You pick her. If it's serious, you pick dropping. Your money will go. That's the most serious impact on our lives over here.
There's a lady here. Baba nika ebi pete ni rush le no. She because of nas akalaya to come traffic ni your mommy. Pi. Konye pi bi ana abugbe. Negbo Nika be a no na will like a children's and polyclinic. If I survive,
they swear the Bible. What is the reason of swearing the Bible? Then they lie. They lie. Me all the time telling God that God is merciful. God is a merciful God. Other than that, one day all of us will go and you created a different generation.
You think government lied to you? You think government lied to you?
Lied to you. And the hospital is there. They haven't built it. Why is it that you know that you are not coming to do it at a very elite stage? Why should you break them down? Last one of my friends here, before they write them down, she died.
In the interim, most residents who cannot afford to travel to other facilities depend on the La Polyclinic. The problem, however, is that the polyclinic is severely constrained.
Have some form of limited resources to provide community. Here we don't have an X-ray machine, not because we didn't have, but we didn't have space to relocate the machine here. We don't have theater here. All the specialties like pediatrics, internal medicine, surgery, and what's the name? Obs and gynae. We don't have all the specialties here. Our bed complement is just about 4 here, as compared to the 167 bed capacity that we had at the old site. We don't even have an emergency ward here, so we can't detain cases over 24 hours. You see, we are now preparing for an emergency.
The impact of the situation goes beyond just the cost in transportation to other facilities. 66-year-old Ivy Bedema lives about 150 meters away from the old hospital. She lost her sister Henrietta Bedema in January 2021 through a medical emergency. She believes her sister would probably still be alive if they got a bed in a hospital.
Because just last 2 months, my sister died because she have a heart problem and she's diabetic. So when we went to police hospital, they said there's no bed. So she has to be going every day to take her drips. Last minute when we went, she took the drip, and when she came in the midnight around 2 o'clock, something happened when we took her to police hospital. By the time we rushed her there, she's gone. They're supposed to admit her so that they know what is wrong with the heart, because she was complaining about heart pain. But there's no bed, so there's nothing they can do about it than to take care of her, treat her, and then come back home. So in the midnight, it started again. That's where we realized that something is wrong. They rushed her to the hospital. It's too late. The doctor said she's dead. Supposing the polyclinic is there, they will rush her or they will leave her there till she recovers. But there's no polyclinic, there's no La General Hospital again. So that's our problem. The government should do something about it.
Beyond the impact on healthcare delivery, the demolishing of the hospital took away with it the livelihood of vendors who depended on the hospital staff, patients, and their visitors to sell their wares.
Beni aba kumwe for many ba Chinese ba me ba. Sina kumata na ba cat so that me one na me dong up to now. Yeah be tu enyo. Ene no ho ke kwa me. No ni 50. Oh fi me na me pa container store sele na me pa ba. Be kan bi atade ke ni ke be na pa ba ni bi ni yo. Ke junction ni. Komi chenwe pa ti je pa. Oh me pie pa ba. Water
an estimated cost of 68 million euros, the project was to span a period of 24 months. 12 months into the project, this plan is yet to be translated from the artist's drawing board onto the ground. While government continues to give assurances of its workings to bring the project to fruition, the community, and by extension, the residents within the area, are those who bear the brunt of a lack of proper health care. From here in South La, in Accra, my name is Manuel Cranting, reporting for Joy News.
And that is it to do with that situation. We're going to keep our eyes on the ball there to ensure that what ought to be done is done, and that we let you know what the latest is on that development.